The unexpected death of anyone who hasn't shared their passwords creates profound business challenges beyond the emotional impact. Organizations face immediate loss of access to critical systems, significant business disruptions, costly data recovery procedures, project delays, dangerous knowledge gaps, potential security vulnerabilities from dormant accounts, and possible compliance violations. Effective mitigation requires implementing secure password management systems, establishing emergency access protocols, developing comprehensive offboarding procedures that address sensitive situations, maintaining centralized system documentation, deploying single sign-on solutions with administrative overrides, creating clear data ownership policies, conducting regular access reviews, maintaining updated vendor contact information, establishing legal arrangements for account access contingencies, and building redundancy through cross-training. These proactive measures ensure business continuity when facing tragic circumstances that could otherwise paralyze operations. Here are 3 scenarios that Hertfordshire Web Design has faced directly. Scenario 1. Sole trader. The situation: a graphic designer operating as a sole trader suddenly passes away. All client files, design templates, invoicing records, and social media accounts are password protected with no backup access methods in place. The designer's family needs to fulfill outstanding client commitments and access financial records. The solutions: emergency documentation for family. Create a password-protected document with all critical business access information and store it with your will or with a trusted family member lawyer. Digital legacy planning. Use services like LastPass Emergency Access or 1Password Emergency Kit to designate a trusted contact who can request access to your passwords after a predetermined waiting period. Business continuity instructions. Prepare a simple document explaining your workflow, where files are stored, and basic instructions for handling client communications that a family member or colleague could follow. Legal arrangements. Include digital assets in your will and specifically authorize someone to access your accounts in case of death. Regular backups to accessible storage. Maintain offline backups of critical files that don't require passwords family members might not know. Scenario 2. Startup team. The situation: the CTO of a 5-person fintech startup passes away unexpectedly. They were the sole administrator of the company's AWS infrastructure, GitHub repositories, and development environment. The team can't deploy updates or access critical back-end systems. The solutions: implement shared admin accounts, ensure at least 2 people have administrator access to critical systems, even in small teams. Document architecture regularly. Maintain up-to-date documentation of system architecture, access methods, and recovery procedures that's accessible to multiple team members. Use a team password manager. Implement a solution like Bitwarden Teams or 1Password Business, where critical credentials are accessible to appropriate team members. Cross-train key functions. Ensure no single person is the exclusive knowledge holder for any critical system or process. Implement automated deployment systems. Use CI/CD pipelines that don't rely on individual access credentials to keep systems running. Scenario 3. Small business. The situation: the operations manager at a 30-person manufacturing company passes away. They were responsible for the ERP system, customer database, and supplier portal logins. The business faces immediate supply chain disruptions and cannot process orders correctly. The solutions: implement role-based access control. Move away from personal accounts to role-based accounts that can be transferred when necessary. Create a formal succession plan. Document who takes over which responsibilities in case of any employee's departure or death. Centralize identity management. Use an identity provider like Azure, AD, or Okta to manage access across systems with administrative override capabilities. Establish a break glass procedure. Create emergency access protocols for critical systems that can be activated by designated individuals following proper approval. Regular access audits. Conduct quarterly reviews of system access to ensure appropriate redundancy exists for all critical functions. Vendor relationship management. Maintain direct relationships with key software vendors and ensure multiple people are listed as authorized contacts for emergency support. In conclusion, while discussing these scenarios may feel uncomfortable, implementing these solutions demonstrates both business foresight and genuine care for employees, families, and colleagues who would otherwise face additional stress during an already difficult time. The goal isn't just protecting business assets, but also creating clarity that benefits everyone involved during a period of grief. By thoughtfully addressing these contingencies now, companies create an important safety net that honors their team members' contributions by ensuring their work can continue to have impact even after they're gone.